If you ever dreamed about having the ultimate storage for your prized vehicles, whether that's a vintage sports car, a motor coach, or even a boat, this project is about to redefine what luxury storage means in Southwest Florida. So what exactly is the Estero Motorplex? Well, imagine a condominium, but instead of living there, you're storing your most valuable toys. And I mean that in the best possible way. Real estate marketer Ronnie Deschambault, who's working with the New York-based brokerage Sarhant, calls it a high-octane hideaway. Some might call it a glorified garage, others a man cave, but really, it's something much more sophisticated. This facility is being designed specifically for cars, buses, boats, motorhomes, basically anything with a tachometer that brings you joy. It's a luxury vehicle storage reimagined as a social destination and a serious investment property. The location is prime real estate in Estero, situated on Estero Parkway just west of 3 Oaks Parkway. The project is being developed through a partnership between Ronald Hink of Troika Management, an East Coast company that actually relocated to Naples, and James Gillis, who owns the 5-acre property. Now, Gillis isn't just some developer looking to make a quick buck. He's a genuine car enthusiast and a Shelby Mustang collector himself. He approached Hink specifically because Hink has experience with similar motorplex projects, and together they believe this concept will be perfect for the site. According to Hink, they evaluated the property and quickly realized it was an ideal fit, so they moved forward with putting together a comprehensive development plan. Construction is set to begin very soon. They're looking at this month or potentially January, depending on final permit approvals. The timeline is essentially locked in, with just some administrative details to finalize before the heavy equipment rolls in. The development plan calls for 2 separate buildings that will house a total of 40 units. Buyers will have their choice of 5 different floor plans ranging from 1,350 square feet all the way up to 2,750 square feet. Now let's talk about the investment side of things. Prices will range from $600,000 for the smallest units up to $1.2 million for the largest configurations. Yes, that's a significant investment, but when you consider what you're getting and the limited availability of this type of property in Southwest Florida, it starts to make sense for serious collectors and enthusiasts. What really sets the Estero Motorplex apart from similar facilities in the area between Fort Myers and Marco Island is the attention to detail and the scale of the units. Geek emphasizes that these units will be larger than what you'll find at competing sites. The smallest units measure 25 feet by 40 feet, while the largest clock in at 25 feet by 85 feet. To put that into perspective, the largest units are long enough to accommodate and even the most substantial motor coaches with room to spare. And here's a practical feature that serious vehicle collectors will appreciate. Those larger units will have doors on both ends, making it much easier to maneuver large vehicles in and out without the complicated backing up scenarios you might encounter at other facilities. But size is just the beginning. Every single unit at Estero Motorplex will come with a mezzanine level, essentially giving you a second story within your storage space. These aren't just bare concrete platforms either. We're talking decorator-ready bathrooms in every unit, plus washer and dryer hookups. Think about that for a moment. You get a bathroom and laundry facilities to what's technically a storage unit. This tells you right away that the developers understand these spaces are going to be used for much more than just parking vehicles. The entire site has been thoughtfully laid out to make maneuvering large vehicles as easy as possible, with wide turning radius and plenty of clearance. Unlike some motorplex facilities that tuck buildings away in the back of a property, both buildings at Estero Motorplex will have straight frontage. Inc. points out that this project will be in a very plain view, and they're confident the curb appeal will be quite attractive. That's important not just for aesthetics, but also for property value and the overall prestige of owning a unit here. Now, here's where the concept gets really interesting, and it's something that Hink has seen firsthand from his previous projects. These units have a tendency to evolve into much more than simple storage spaces. They become genuine social hubs and community gathering spots. Hink developed a similar motorplex in Fort Lauderdale, and what he witnessed there was fascinating. Owners started transforming the mezzanines into full game rooms, television lounges complete with high-end Estero systems, full kitchens, and even living areas where you can spend entire weekends. As Hink described it, it became almost like fraternity houses, with units right next to each other creating a community within itself. It's a place where cars enthusiasts can connect with other cars enthusiasts, where people who share a passion for vehicles and the lifestyle that comes with them can build genuine friendships and share experiences. To illustrate how social these spaces can become, Hink shared a story from the Fort Lauderdale location. Last year, about half of the owners at the facility and their families got together to host a New Year's Eve party. He wasn't talking about a social gathering there. They had a live band set up in the parking lot, outdoor dining areas, fire pits, the whole experience. According to Hink, it was a generally fun evening, and it's exactly the type of event that could become typical at the Estero Motorplex. Imagine rolling up your garage doors on a beautiful Southwest Florida evening, your collection on display, music playing, friends and fellow enthusiasts mingling. It's a lifestyle purchase as much as it's a practical storage solution. This trend of motorplex facilities becoming social spaces speaks to something larger happening in Southwest Florida's luxury market. We're seeing more and more developments that cater to specific lifestyle interests, whether that's boating, golf, horse riding activities, or in this case, vehicle enthusiasm. The Estero Motorplex recognizes that for many collectors, their vehicles aren't just modes of transportation or investments. They're expressions of personality, passion passion projects and conversation starters. Having a dedicated space to showcase and enjoy those vehicles while connecting with others that share that passion adds tremendous value beyond just the square footage and amenities. For potential buyers concerning the Estero Motorplex, there are several factors that make this an attractive proposition. First, Southwest Florida has a significant population of affluent retirees and seasonal residences, many of whom have an extensive vehicle collection with limited space at their primary residences. A climate-controlled, secure facility where they can store multiple vehicles while having a comfortable space to work on them or simply admire them fills a real need. Second, the condominium ownership model means you're not just renting storage space, you're building equity in a real estate asset. As luxury vehicle collecting continues to grow in popularity and similar facilities become scarce, property values for these type of units tend to appreciate. Third, the social aspect and community building that naturally occurs at these motorplexes adds in a tangible value that's hard to quantify but genuinely enhances the ownership experience. The timing of this development is also significant. Southwest Florida continues to experience tremendous growth, with new residences moving to the area and existing residences upgrading their lifestyle. The luxury market in particular has remained robust, and niche products like the Estero Motorplex that serve specific, passionate communities tend to perform well even during broader economic uncertainties. The fact that construction is beginning now, during the winter season, when Southwest Florida's population swells with seasonal residences, suggests that the developers are confident in the market demand. As we watch this project move from concept to reality over the next coming months, it'll be fascinating to see how quickly these units sell and what kind of creative customizations owners come up with. If the Fort Lauderdale example is any indication, we're going to see some truly impressive personal touches as owners make these spaces their own. From elaborate entertainment systems to custom lighting for showcasing vehicles, from professional grade lifts and maintenance equipment to comfortable lounges where owners can relax and enjoy their collections, the possibilities are nearly endless with those generous floor plans. As I mentioned before, the Estero Motorplex represents a growing trend in luxury real estate where the focus shifts from traditional residential or commercial properties to lifestyle-oriented spaces that serve passionate communities. It's not just about storing vehicles, it's about creating a destination, building relationships, and investing in something that brings genuine joy and satisfaction. For Southwest Florida's vehicle enthusiasts, this is an exciting development that fills a gap in the market and offers something truly special. So that's the Estero Motorplex. If you want to follow the construction as it builds out, I'll have links in the description below of my sources and more information. But while you wait for this development to plan out, why don't you watch this video on your screen right now of a Fort Myers property that just had a $45,000 price reduction that also has direct golf access to the Gulf of Mexico, a huge yard, and its own private pool. Thanks for watching.